Ladies and gents, welcome back. We need to talk about David Johnston. He is the special rapporteur assigned directly from the Prime Minister of Canada to look into whether there was any interference on the part of the Chinese Communist Party and whether it actually had an impact on our elections and whether or not it's a threat, an existential threat, has been said by other Liberal MPs in the House of Parliament. Anyway, let's get into this. Roman Baber putting this out on Twitter. Watch Justin Trudeau describe his relationship with David Johnston. The mainstream media does such a good job of protecting Justin Trudeau. He is basically trolling us at this point.
I've known the Governor General since I was a kid, from visiting him and his daughters when he was principal of McGill, to spending time on the ice or the slopes at their family home, the Laurentians.
Yeah, if that sounds gross, well, it is gross. It's absolute nepotism in this government that we have here in Canada. I mean, we went through an inquiry into the use of the Emergencies Act, where good friend of the family, again, and Liberal donor, Paul Rouleau, said it was justified that Justin Trudeau used the Emergencies Act on a peaceful protest in Canada. Nonetheless, that they didn't actually fit the criteria under the law, written in the law very specifically. No. He said that the government was so inept that they needed special powers to deal with their citizenry. But anyway, let's get into this. We're talking today about David Johnston, and well, he is the new rapporteur to see if we are being manipulated by a foreign entity known as the Chinese Communist Party. Well, here is here's a tweet from Donald Best CA. It's a simple explanation of why Justin Trudeau appointed David Johnston as a special rapporteur looking into the PCR Chi-Com interference in Canadian elections. Now we have here, just in case you thought the system was corrupt, the guy circled in green will investigate whether the guy circled in yellow interfered to help the guy circled in red. And this is, I mean, you can't even make this up at this point, but it gets worse. Here we go. Here are some of the professional opinions of the Ottawa types around, in Ontario. This is from the National Post. Danielle McAllister of Toronto says David Johnston's decision to accept the shady assignment from his old pal Justin Trudeau to investigate their mutual ally, the Communist Party of China, erases the fine reputation he earned over his illustrious career. Sadly, the only reason I can think of is he needs the money. With the news on the upcoming inquiry process, I felt compelled to look up the definition of transparency in the dictionary. Nowhere in that definition did I find the words delay, narrow scope, rapporteur, old family friend, hypocrisy, filibuster, confidence vote, suppression, serious constraints, or many of the deceptive expressions used by the Post's coverage. Either I or the Prime Minister needs a new dictionary. This is from John P.A. Budreski of Vancouver. Anyway, moving on. Who is this guy? Well, you can, if you go on a Wayback Machine and you look at archives of the Trudeau Foundation's website, just scroll up so you see foundation members in accordance with the Canadian Not-for-Profit Corporations Act. Pierre Elliott Trudeau Foundation is governed by two bodies, the foundation's members and its board of directors. What? So it's directed by these people? Okay. These diverse, dynamic, and deeply engaged governance teams volunteer to provide fundamental guidance to the foundation as it carries out its mission. Well, if you scroll down, you will obviously find, hey, there he is, David Johnston. David Johnston was Governor General of Canada from 2010 to 2017, president of the board of the Rideau Hall Foundation. Hey, there he is. But if you reload that website today, you will find that it has been scrubbed of his presence as a member. Why would that be? Why would that be, ladies and gents? And Trudeau, why would it be that you would scrub the guy? You feel so proud about him, and you think that he's a great pick for it. Why would you remove him from the website of your own organization, that, you know, that old family friend of which you said...
I've known the Governor General since I was a kid, from visiting him and his daughters when he was principal at McGill, to spending time on the ice or the slopes at their family home in the Laurentians.
Wow. Yeah. Yes. fond memory of the guy. Anyway, Maxime Bernier weighing in on this. Trudeau's independent special rapporteur on Chinese interference, David Johnston, is a member of the Trudeau Foundation, is a friend of Pierre and Margaret, and his kids were playing with Justin, and his brothers, both families, were at their adjacent cottages in the Laurentians in the 1980s, has actively interfered in our elections by unjustly excluding the PPC from the 2021 debates. But don't worry, he was appointed Governor General by Harper, so it's totally nonpartisan appointment. Totally. I mean, here he is walking with Xi Jinping. Oh, God. How can you even make this stuff up? Anyway, Joe Biden comes to Canada just over this past week and says the quiet part out loud.
So today, I applaud China for stepping up. I applaud Canada. You can tell what I'm thinking.
No, we can tell what you're thinking, my man, Joe, Sleepy Joe over there. But I mean, this is just, it's insane to me how much faith is being put in this guy. Again, it's just like Justice Rouleau overseeing the commission into the use of the Emergencies Act, and we all saw how that went. We have Han Dong, Liberal MP, ex-Liberal actually now. He's still a member of Parliament, but he's quit the Liberal Party out of the controversy surrounding him right now. He's involved actively in suing Global News. Watch my other video from this morning to find out more information about that. But in his statement of why he's going to sue Global News over the allegations that have come out about him, he says, "I voted in support of a public inquiry on foreign interference and to demonstrate my family, colleagues, and constituents that I have nothing to hide and remind my false accusers at Global News that the truth will always come out in the end. I support the mandate of the independent special rapporteur and the Right Honorable David Johnston, and I'm willing to meet with him and provide any information that he requests." Would it be so confident if he was to meet somebody who wasn't a close personal friend of the Prime Minister of Canada and a member of his own Trudeau Foundation? That is a question. Hang Dong, would you be eager to meet with an independent inquiry into this? And I'm not making any allegations here, but the allegations are out there that, and this is of course that Han Dong was speaking with a communist diplomat from China and allegedly asked him to hang on to two Canadians that were political prisoners in China, said hang on to them. It would look better for the Liberal Party if the pressure from the Conservatives didn't have them released. This is the allegation. Of course, this isn't me saying this. Again, allegations from a report out of Global News. And of course, we saw when Biden came, Trudeau had his little speech here, which just really tone deaf and kind of gross, seeing what those allegations were at the time.
Resilience, perseverance, and strength. These are words that perfectly describe two men who are here with us today, Michael Kovrig and Michael Spavor.
And of course, here's the two men here that were detained by the Chinese Communist Party and held in what is being described as torture-like captivity in China. And this is retaliatory because Canada had detained a Huawei executive, and the Chinese Communist Party was doing this. Now, the allegations again are that the Liberals were pushing to keep those two men detained for longer until the election was over, and then release them. So hold on to them just a little bit longer. Now, we have this article from True North, the legitimate question about Trudeau's special rapporteur pick. I'll leave a link in the description so you can read through the whole article. But right here, right off the top, Johnston is a member of the Pierre Trudeau Foundation, a charitable organization that the younger Trudeau insists he has wisely given wide berths since being elected Prime Minister in 2015. A good conservative a good conservative wed to the conservative cause would not make that mistake. And then there was the fact that Johnson, when he was Governor General, visited China in 2013 following a number of past trips to the People's Republic during his academic career. Then Johnson defended a 2017 trip during which he met with Chinese dictator Xi Jinping in Beijing. On the same day, a Nobel Peace Laureate and democracy advocate Liu Xiaobo died in Chinese custody. Less than 24 hours after Trudeau announced that Canada's current federal leaders debate commissioner would be switching jobs, Conservatives and Bloc Québécois politicians were voicing concerns over Johnston's impartiality, of course. And of course, hey, Johnston to deliver a decision on interference public inquiry in May. Hey, looking forward to it. I bet you guys are all also looking forward to it. But let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think of this whole situation? Best buds of the whole Trudeau family running the investigation. It sounds eerily similar to all of these. We're investigating ourselves, and guess what? We're not going to find any wrongdoing. We need to see some real investigations. We need to see some real pushback. And let's hope that we can get some from the likes of the Conservative Party and maybe the NDP, the ones that have sold their entire constituency out in order to prop up the Liberal Party. Anyway, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.